let's do something we like to call social media check-in. What do we got, Yo-Yo and Vanessa?
First one comes from M. Wendy Gibson on Facebook, and she asks, if my cousin is married to a citizen and wants to bring his 2 daughters to America, can he file for his 12 and 15-year-old daughters himself if his father is willing to provide an affidavit of support?
Why not?
Okay, next one comes from Simone Harvey on Facebook. If I got my green card in February of 2016, can I apply for my citizenship now?
You got to file 90 days before your 5-year anniversary. So you're probably not at that point yet, but probably in a few months. I don't know what month and day you got it.
Suresh Vikram on Facebook asks, if my I-485 application was approved, how long will it take to get my green card?
Hopefully, in pre-COVID, 8 weeks, post-COVID, 12 to 16 weeks. Keep your fingers crossed.
Karina Figueroa on Facebook. If I petition for my husband, but since I have had to stop working and also applied for food stamps for my kids, will that hurt his immigration case?
It certainly will, because you got to be able to show that you can support him 125% above the poverty level. And when you apply for public assistance, what you're showing is not only can you not support your husband, but you can't support yourself.
Okay, Gildy Laurent on YouTube asks, how long does it take to get a response back from USCIS after filing the I-212 waiver?
Could be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, somewhere in there. Months and months and months. Hopefully not years, but months and months and months and months and months.
Sabrina Sparks on YouTube. If I was granted a CR1 visa at my embassy, but waited till after my 2nd wedding anniversary to immigrate to the US, is my green card category automatically changed to IR110 GC when it's mailed to us?
You're at 10. It's based on your entry. So if you enter the United States more than 2 years after the date of your marriage, then you are a permanent resident.
Okay, Tanique Evans on Facebook asks, can someone else escort my daughter to her interview with immigration if I'm not available?
Yes, we spoke to her on the phone. She called from Georgia.
Joshua Chadhari on YouTube. How can an undocumented person join the Army?
Go to your local recruiter. I doubt they're going to allow you to join. You got to become legal first. But go to your local recruiter.
Okay, Patricia Bird on Facebook asks, how long does an I-485 approval take?
For what? All I know is it's just an adjustment based on what, where, how, when, who. Give me more info.
Asrar Hassan on YouTube. How can I renew my expired green card?
I-90.
Alicia Porter on Facebook asks, can my stepson file for my husband and I?
As long as your stepson can certainly file for your husband, because I assume he's the biological father. He could also file for you if the marriage happened before your stepson turned 18.
Manturaju Durudula on YouTube. Can my husband file for my son, his stepson, even though Trump has placed a ban on Nigeria and my son is in Nigeria?
You can file. He's not going to get a visa appointment, but certainly put the paperwork in.
Roxanne Francis on Facebook asked, if my husband's waiver was denied after 4 years of waiting, is there anything you can do to help him?
Yeah, I could review the file. Everybody seems tired here. We could review the file.
No, I was coughing.
I could review the file and see what was wrong with the waiver, and we could figure it out.
I was trying to cough away from my mic. You guys caught me. Geraldine8176 on Instagram. If I have a pending I-130 and a master hearing scheduled, what can I do?
If you have a what and a what?
If I have a pending I-130 and a master hearing scheduled, what can I do?
Go to your master calendar hearing and tell the judge you have a pending I-130 so you don't get deported. And get a good lawyer if you don't know what to do. That's what you need to do.
Badir Youssef on Facebook asks, does an approved I-130 ever expire?
No.
Mahfuzar Rahman asked if I applied for an I-360 20 months ago and have yet to hear a response. How can I inquire? Is there any way to speed up my case?
There's no way to speed up your case, but you could certainly write a letter. You can call immigration. There's lots of things you can do.
Kanisha Byfield on Facebook asks, how long does USCIS take to respond to a VAWA case after they've sent an RFE?
It's supposed to be 120 days, but could be longer.
Yogetta Jag on YouTube. Are I-130 applications being processed right now?
Applications are being processed. Well,
Gina on Facebook asks, my U.S. citizen daughter has a fiance and a child of theirs back in their home country. Can she petition for both of them? And if so, what forms does she need to use?
Yeah, as long as the child's under 21, you can file an I-129F petition for fiance.
Imran Khan on Facebook. While I'm waiting to hear back from USCIS regarding my green card renewal, is there any way I can get a document to travel in the meantime?
Yes, it's called advance parole. Oh, he's already waiting on a renewal?
Yes.
I-90? If he needs to travel, he can go make an InfoPass appointment. They'll give him a stamp on his passport, which is a temporary I-551 stamp. But he needs to be able to show his plane ticket that he's imminently going.
Okay, Iwu on Facebook asks, should I submit my divorce papers and the names of my children from the previous marriage when filing the I-751?
I hope you would, but you're going to have a problem if you didn't notify immigration of the marriage prior. All of a sudden they're going to say, hey, you told us you were married once, now you're married twice. What's going on? But yes, you have to tell the truth. So if that's an issue, then you got to call a lawyer.
Samir Talbi on YouTube. Is harassment considered a crime of moral turpitude violated of Penal Code 240.26?
No, it's a violation. It's not a crime of moral turpitude.
Saeed Malik on YouTube asks, if my I-130 visa interview was canceled in March 2020 due to COVID-19, do you know when my interview will be rescheduled?
I don't know. Even the Magic 8 Ball, I'm not even going to pick up. I don't know, but they are rescheduling them. I'm not sure where you live. I'm not sure what the backlog is and where you live, and I'm not sure what application it is that you did, who's sponsoring you, other than it's an adjustment. But they are being rescheduled, certainly in New York and New Jersey right now.
Okay, next one comes from Aladehu Deo on YouTube. My brother's fiance is a U.S. citizen with 2 kids, but she and my brother have a 19-year-old age gap. A 19-year age gap. Will immigration have a problem with their age difference?
As long as you live together and you have a financial relationship, 18, 19 years old, it's more common than you think 18, 19 year difference. It's more common than you think these days.
Okay, gentleman on YouTube asks, my wife is a U.S. citizen and filed the I-130 for me in Texas in October of 2019, and it is since been transferred to Albany, New York field office. What does this mean?
Means it was transferred to the local office for an interview.
Bianca Galloway on YouTube. If my husband and I got married in St. Kitts, will it be an issue if I apply for a CR1 visa with the marriage certificate?
You got married in St. Kitts. Is it a problem with a marriage certificate from St. Kitts? No, not a problem at all.
Okay, Wayhera Irene on YouTube asks, I filed for asylum in April 2020 while simultaneously applying for my B1, B2 visa, but have since to hear back from USCIS with any updates. What can I do?
Well, you wouldn't file for asylum and a tourist extension at the same time, because on a tourist visa, what you're saying to the government is, I plan on going home in 6 months. And with an asylum application, what you're saying is, I can't go home, they're going to kill me. So which way is it? I think you need a lawyer.
Jennifer Nat on YouTube. How long does a Stokes interview last?
Sometimes 2-3 hours, sometimes half a day.
Sergey on YouTube asks, if my husband was issued withholding of removal, does this mean he was ordered deported? Is there anything he can do to fight this?
He has an order of withholding of removal, which means the judge says, I'm not going to deport you, but he's allowed to stay here. He's allowed to get a work permit every year, but he's not lawful permanent resident of the United States. How do you fix it? You got to reopen the case and apply for a green card somehow. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.